Hi everyone, it's your beauty BFF Julie, and I'm going to be doing a demonstration on how to create a smoky eye look. So as a beauty BFF, one of the most common requests that I get from my customers in my parties and in my chats is, how do you create a smoky eye? It's so popular, it's beautiful for a night out. A classic smoky eye is always in, and you can definitely dress it up, make it smokier for more of a girl's night out, or you can just have a light casual smoky look for a daytime look. So I'm going to be demonstrating how to do a smoky bronze look, because that's definitely the color tones that I gravitate towards, and that's really the neutrals and the browns. But you can easily create a smoky eye with any color palette. You can do purples and go from really a light medium to a deep purple, or like a Merlot in our Mary Kay line. You can do a silver smoky and, start with a real light like crystalline and really go right to the deep like onyx, which is black. And so if you have 4 tones, I usually do mine with 4 different colors, and it's a fade. So when you think about a smoky eye, the most beautiful part of that look is how it really goes from a deep intensified smoke and it fades out. And it just has this beautiful transition of color from darker to lighter to really faded and no harsh lines. So we're going to talk about a technique tonight in just placement. I mean, it's not hard. It takes a little bit of practice, but having the right tools, meaning the right brushes, and having 4 different shades. And you can do 5 shades, you can do 3 shades, but I'm just going to demo with 4 shades on how I would do this. And you can create a gorgeous smoky eye look. So for tonight, I'm going to be doing the browns. So it's going to be like a smoky bronze. And I'm going to be using biscotti, hazelnut, burnished bronze, and espresso for my 4. And I might finish my look with some crystalline in the inner corners, which is just a real almost white shimmer to create a wider, brighter, beautiful eye look. I always love to dab a little bit of that in the corners. So let's get started. First step to creating any gorgeous eye look is to prime your eyelids. And you can use an eye primer, you can use a liquid eye shadow if you have it, or you can use a concealer, which is what I'm going to use right now. So I'm just going to apply my concealer. And so what you want to do this step for, this is a really important step, this prep, right? Because what this does is it really neutralizes any color that you have in your lid. So if you have some veins showing there, this is just really going to neutralize it out, so that you're when you're using your smoky eye colors, you're just getting that real true color. And also, even more importantly, is that you're giving your shadow something to cling onto. So this little bit of concealer almost creates a little bit of, like, I don't want to say grit, because it's not rough by any means, but it just creates something for the powder shadow to attach to and stay put. So it's going to give you a more vibrant color, but it's also going to keep your color in place and prevent that creasing, and help to prevent any harsh lines happening with your shadows there. All right, so, and I just come into the corner then as well, because I'm going to be putting shadow in there. And I already have concealer under my eyes before I even started. So I'm just going to sweep a little bit there. But you definitely want to be putting concealer down there too, because part of our smoky eye look is going to be dragging some of our shadow in underneath. So again, when we talk about that smoky eye, we're really talking about a deep color real close to our lash line, and then it's fading out into a smoke. So think about your eye like that and how we're going to divide it up with our different colors. So I'm going to get started, and I'm going to use my all over color brush, and I'm going to dig into that real neutral color that is a little shade lighter than my skin tone. And that's biscotti. So I'm going to take that biscotti and I want to go right up by my brow, right into the brow bone, right up to where my eyebrows are with that. And that really just creates, you know, that real light edge on the smoke that we're creating. So that's where I'm going with that. I'm just going to do one eye first too, just so we can demonstrate it. So that's that one. Next up, I'm still going to use this all over brush, and I'm going to go into my hazelnut. So hazelnut is a real neutral, it's a matte, and this is what I would call a shade deeper than my skin tone. And so if we divide our eye, this is how I like to do it. So I divide the section, my lid right here, I divide that in half. So the bottom half is going to be the deepest color, where that darkest level is going, and that's going to be my deepest brown. Then the next one is going to be my next deepest, my second deepest color. And then in the crease, right up onto this brow, this bone right here, is going to be my second color, which is the hazelnut. And then up close to the brow is my lightest color. So I'm really going up right here, and you could use your crease brush if you want, but I'm going to save my crease brush for my deeper colors a little bit lower down. So I'm taking that hazelnut and I'm really just tapping that in. I kind of want it to be in the crease and above. So that's where that's going. I'm just going to use my mirror here now too. Turn my lighting down a little shade here. It might make it easier for you to see the difference. There we go. There we go. I think that's even better. All right. So again, I'm going with the hazelnut along the crease and higher up to where that bone is. And so now I have hazelnut and I have biscotti up here. So I'm going to take my blending brush now, because I do not want any harsh lines between them. And I'm just going to, and I didn't put any extra color on this blending brush, just a clean blending brush, and just swiping that out, because then I know that's going to be blended beautifully there. There's not going to be any lines to where the colors changed. It's just going to fade. All right. Now I'm taking my angled brush, which is my little crease brush, and I'm dipping in. I want to have some shimmer, so I'm dipping into my burnished bronze, and I am going, again, remember this lid that we divided in two? I'm going to the top part of that now. And so it's still into the crease, but not up as high as where we went with that hazelnut. And don't worry about like right there, I got a little bit in the corner, that's fine. You can just get that with your finger, and then when we blend, we're going to take care of all of that. So I'm coming along that crease, and I really like, this is the second deepest color. So I want to just like really tap that on, because I want it to be noticeable, and I want it to get into that concealer base that I put on, so it can help it stay put. All right, and yeah, I'm coming out. So you can imagine, usually like that smoky eye, it's fading up, like upwards. So we want to keep this section clean. And again, you can just wipe it with your finger. But it's that smoky up here. And again, this is not like rocket science, you know, like your placement. Yes, we want to keep them in order. We want to blend, but you know, you just do this by practicing. You figure out where it is you want to go on your own eye. Okay, so there we have it. And now, again, I want to take my blending brush and I want to just give that a slight blend into that crease, just so I don't have those real harsh lines. And like even now you can see that that's a beautiful smoke, right? But the deepest color is not even on yet. So I'm going to take, you want to take a brush now that has a little bit of firmness to it. So I'm actually going to use our Smudger Brush. And so this, I have more control with this. So because I'm going in with that deepest color right now, that espresso, I want to have more control because I don't want that real deep getting up into the eye now, because I've worked hard to get my other three colors on. So I'm dipping into the deepest color and I want to have that control, and we are tapping this in. So you want to see, you can see me, and you can go a little wider or you can go closer to the lashes depending on how dramatic you want your eye. But I'm really going to do that. Remember when I took the eyelid and I divided it in half? I'm going to do the bottom half with this color now. And then I'm just taking it and almost making like a little bit of a wing with the end. I don't mind doing that because I'm going to blend, and then that's just going to make that deeper smoke kind of come out from the side, and that really creates a beautiful eye look because it gives that winged look. And again, you're tapping this in. Get right down by your lashes, even tap it into your lashes. That's fine. We're going to add a bit of eyeliner if you want to add eyeliner in there. I know I certainly do. So like right now I can see a little bit of droppings from my shadow. I'm just taking my big brush and just getting them out of the way because I do not want to have any deep brown in under there, because we'll go in and clean it up again in the end. But just when you see those little picks, you can get rid of them. So again, I'm back in. I'm going to use my mirror. And I'm getting real close there to that lash. And that's that deepest piece. So I'm going back in with my blending brush. This brush is amazing. It's the newest to our brush line, and it's called a blending, an eyeshadow blending brush. And it is amazing for when you're using multiple colors on your eye. And now I just very lightly, I'm not taking this right up because I don't want that deep all the way up. So I am just very gently fading this up, just ever so lightly, just fanning it really, because again, that smoke, right, we're going from deep to light, and I'm just fanning that up so we have no harsh lines. So that is looking pretty nice to me. I'm pretty pleased with that. Again, if you looked at that, if it was too deep, go get your lighter color and just go over it and soften it. If you want it deeper, go in with more. So the nice part about applying color is that you can always, you can reduce it by adding a lighter shade, or you can intensify it by layering. But it's better to start off light because it's easier to add color than take it away. Not that it's you can't take it away, but it just creates less work. So start light and then, add on more. So now another part of that smoky eye is bringing it along the bottom. So where I've created this little wing here, I really want to now come down here and create it like just a real, so it's not such a contrast from the top to the bottom, right? I really want my eye to be open on both sides, top and bottom. So I'm going to take my angled brush. And if you use like a brush cleaner, if you don't have a lot of extra brushes, right, you can just spritz it with your brush cleaner in between. So for me, I have lots of brushes here, so that's not a real issue for me. But just for demonstration purposes now, I want to take that angle brush and I'm going to use my mirror. And I am, again, I'm not going too deep first. I'm making a line that's close to my lashes, and then I can always widen it if I want more of a dramatic look. I don't take it right in here because I'm going to put a lighter color in there. I'm going to put the crystalline in there, that real white shimmer. See the difference that made going along the bottom? That's underlining, undershadow. It's beautiful, and you can do that with any color. If you're, like I said, if you're using any color palette, pick one of them and go in underneath. It creates such a gorgeous look. So there we have that eye, and now I want to take my crystalline. So I want to take a real clean new brush now for this one, because I don't want any of the dark getting in. And I'm just gonna go in the corner with that light, and I love that. If you wanted to do gold, you could go in there. Anything. There's no real rules with this, right? It's just usually we put a lighter color to the inside, and that just creates that, you know, it even makes the smoke even more dramatic when you're coming out through. Now, if I wanted to intensify this or add a pop of gold again, like more bronze, or to fully take a gold status, a different color, and do the lid there, you could do it, because we've already created a classic smoky eye now. We have the deep fading up to the light. Now, just to clean it up, I like to take back that first color that I used, that biscotti, and I want to just go back up through there. Then you're just cleaning up any little pecks that have come along up there. And then you want to take a little bit of your concealer. So I'm going to take a little dab of my concealer, and I'm just going to dab back in under the eye here. So again, that's cleaning up if you have any little pieces that have dropped during it. But I must say, when you use the concealer as a primer or an eyeshadow primer, it does reduce that flying and those falling off pieces. All right, on to the liner. So where's my eyeliner? Okay, so I'm going to take my black liner, and you can use, if you like to use liquid pen, which I do most of the time, but with this smoky look, I'm going to use our Twist Up, because then I'm going to smudge it a little. So first of all, what I like to do, and I'm doing this in my camera now, so it's a little bit different for me, but I am going to, this is called tight lining, and this really just closes in any spaces between the lashes, and it makes it all look deeper there. So that's just when you take your pencil and you really go in underneath. You're going in underneath on your waterline. So you're doing the waterline. I'm going to do it in my mirror here now, the bottom part. With my mouth wide open. I'm one of those people, I catch myself in the mirror when I'm putting on my mascara eyeliner with my mouth open. Not very flattering for when you're doing a video. So I just did put that right in my waterline there, and in my waterline coming along here. And now what I want to do is I want to line my lashes, line my lid really close to my lashes. And again, normally okay, I'm going to try it here. I'm going to pull this. And I want this to be very close to my lashes. Little strokes are easier than trying to do one solid line. And if you want more of a dramatic look, you're going to do a wider line. If you want less of a dramatic look, you're going to keep that very thin and right to the base of your lashes. So I have done a fairly wide line on that. And then I'm going to take that smudger brush and just gently smudge some of it out. There we go. Now if you wanted to do a wing, I have a hooded eye, so I don't always do a wing, which is why I like to take that shadow and pull it out a little bit further that way to create kind of a winged look without the wing for me. And there you have it. That is a smoky eye. We can go deeper. We can do that in any combination of colors, but I hope that you found this useful. We're 20 minutes into the tutorial, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna pause it and go do my other eye, and then I'll show you both. Okay, and I am back. I got my second eye done. And so the only step left now is mascara. So if you even want to intensify this more, you're going to get those lashes pulled out. And I'm using our Lash Intensity, which is our biggest, boldest mascara. So this brush really widens and lengthens your lashes for a almost like a lash extension type of look. So I'm using the short bristles. The brush has two types, so long and short. I'm applying the short bristles first because they pick up all the little tiny short hairs that would normally be missed. And so that's what creates that thick, ooh. Okay, that's with the short end. Now I'm just rolling it in my hand to hit the long. And this is creating length. If you like the look of lash extensions and you like want big, bold lashes, this is your mascara. Big chunky brush, but no clumpy. Doesn't put on clumps at all. It's just the technique of applying it. This is our best, well, I'd say it's my best seller. This and Ultimate. Of course, all our mascaras are beautiful. It's just all depends what you're looking for. And of course, the more coats you put on, the more dramatic. So I'm gonna pause and just do my other eye. And there you have it. I have my two smoky bronzed eyes with my mascara complete, a little lightness in the inner corner. So I would love to know what you think of this look. If you learned anything from this tutorial, if you found it helpful, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much.